All right, good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Atchison County Commission meeting for Tuesday, September 9th. I'd like to call the meeting to order and our clerk will provide roll call.
Commissioner Quinn,
Present.
Commissioner Knoll,
Here.
Commissioner Campbell.
Here.
All right, we do not have an invocation scheduled for today, so if you please stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, public comment. Seeing none. Approval of the agenda. So there's a couple additions, actually a few. So the first thing, under new business is we need to appoint our new Atchison County Health Officer. So that will be added. Joe Snyder has a purchase order, bullet point to add under his section. And then we will have a executive session, for HR finance commissioners, non-elected personnel subject to wages for 45 minutes. We also will not have Stacy Waggle this morning. That will be tabled and discussed at a later date due to a scheduling conflict for her. So with those, Joe's here, Corey's here. Yeah, we'll just be ahead of schedule. So, okay. So with those changes, I would look for a motion to approve this week's agenda.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0. Okay, we have the consent agenda, which has the commission meeting minutes from last week, September 2nd, as well as the R&R meeting minutes from August 26th. So both of those minutes are included here, and then the finance director review.
Good morning. We have payroll for Friday's check date of September 12th. The total is $193,538.33. The accounts payable run for Wednesday, September 10th is $161,629.61. And out of that total, we have credit cards of $1,461.47. There's no negative cash balances on SAP run or payroll run.
Okay, so with that, I would look for a motion to approve this week's consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0.
Seniors.
All right, Commissioner comments, Commissioner Campbell.
Passed.
Okay, Commissioner Nolan.
Okay, I had an area agency on aging meeting last Thursday, which was my last meeting, as they have term limits. I've been there 6 years, so that was my last meeting. I'm on the agenda here to we're going to talk about appointing someone for that position. And I have a kneecap meeting the 18th at 5:30 in the evening at Hiawatha to attend to. So,
All right, so I had the Northeast Kansas Multi-County Health meeting last night, as well as a chamber meeting this Wednesday, and just continue to hear feedback from our R&R hearing, and constituent feedback on, just getting this budget down to where people can, be able to sustain living in their homes. So a lot of good feedback, a lot of, positive reinforcement for commissioners and, just working toward that. So that's all I have. Presentations of petitions and proclamations. We do not have any today. First new business, I would look for a motion to appoint Dina Lynn Page, who is the RN at the Atchison County Health Department, as our Atchison County Health Officer. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. Dina Lynn Page will be the new Atchison County Health Officer. Okay, Stacy is no longer on. I have Joe Snyder, Road and Bridge Superintendent, asphalt patching 2025-2026 bid opening, as well as a purchase order for Ottawa Road consideration.
Good morning. I'd like to start with the purchase order, if that's okay. This is for phase 3 of Ottawa Road from 246 to, I call it Osborne, where it turns to go to Potter to replace the culverts before we start the next road project. It's with metal culverts. It'll come out of road projects and in the amount of $16,918.35. And there is the quote that's on the bottom there with the,
So we will be installing these ourselves.
yes.
All right, I would look for a motion to approve the purchase order as presented by our Road and Bridge Superintendent, the metal culverts in the amount of $16,918.35 for the Ottawa Road Phase 3 culverts.
So moved.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 3-0.
And we have the bid opening for the 2025-26 asphalt patching program. And this would be if it can't be completed this spring or this fall by the 1st of May, we want it done so we can chip and seal. Excuse me, we need 90 days for that to cure. So that's why I included it from fall to spring, because if the time doesn't allow it, as long as it's done by May 1st. And it was for 740 ton of asphalt. They'll come in, mill 2 inches and then lay asphalt back. We have 3, it looks like. This first one is from Approved Paving.
Who was that?
Approved Paving. So that would be here in town for $252,340. Second one is Bettis Asphalt. And it is for $399,793.79.
399,793.
Yep, 0.79. Last one's from Little Joe's Asphalt.
Little Joe's.
Mm-hmm. Has Bonnet Springs. $207,535 even. And our estimated was, I had it with me there, I think 333 or 343,000. So I will like to talk to this company a little bit, and then we'll come back next week with the recommendation.
Sounds good.
Can you reiterate for me the specifications? You said something about laying and then.
All right, so we're gonna mill 2 inches of asphalt. And then they will haul the millings off and we'll put fresh asphalt back in the road.
You put feedback.
Yeah, put the 2 back. And the spots where the holes or there's more of a problem, then they will add more. I will just keep track of the usage of the asphalt to know where we're at. Try to do on a daily basis.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you in a minute.
All right, next we have Corey Scott, EMS Director for the KP&F and Capers discussion.
Morning.
How are you? All right, thanks for coming. So wanted to just visit with you a little bit about, during this budget process. We noted that the KP&F expense is roughly $416,455. And just looking into the option of what that would look like to phase out, not to remove from current, but phase out, right? That not offer for new hires and different things, and just weighing the pros and the cons, because we learned that not all counties offer it. Wanting to have that discussion, and the employer contribution rate for KP&F is over 20% when Capers is under 10%. So it's a big number. So wanted to visit with you. Since our conversation last Tuesday, Mr. Henderson had sent us some information, and HR had sent us meeting minutes from November 8th of 2016, as well as the affiliation for this transfer from Capers to KP&F by Commissioner Pohl. And it appears by Pat's kind of oversight that it's permanent. That once this was elected by the commissioners and the HR director November 8th of 2016, that it's set in stone, and there's nothing future commissioners can do to modify that. Is that?
That is correct.
Okay.
That's what I took from Mr. Henderson
Yep.
as well.
That's what we did too, but it's still good to.
I understand you're exploring every option.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking at everything and questioning everything and just wondering how things work and the differences, and even under the affiliation transfer, the check boxes, police officers and firefighters, EMTs aren't listed, but we know that they're included.
Yeah,
now.
it was modified. We've got the date in here, but EMS workers were essentially lumped in under firefighter. I don't know what you've got the statutes, but
Yeah.
the definition was expanded at some point under Kansas law, and that's what made us eligible in the beginning for that retirement program.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming to visit with us about it, and everybody for getting the background on it, because this is the first time that there's been, usually everything, the decisions made by former commissioners can be changed for, in the future, but this is one that's permanent. So,
I was surprised to learn when I was researching it, that when K.S.A started, I think in the early sixties, that it was optional for counties whether to join or not join for K.S.A. But once they join, they can't back out of it by statute. And now all 105 counties are members of K.S.A. But originally it was optional. Once you opted in, you could knock down.
Do we know how many counties are the KPNF for? I mean, I guess not all counties run their own EMS.
Yeah,
So,
but, yeah.
I was just curious.
Probably
So
do-
that's a benefit.
Well, I do believe it's an earned benefit. You gotta remember that, you know, our employees in EMS spend a third more of their life at work than 40-hour-a-week employees. So it's an earned benefit, not a gift, in my opinion anyway.
But when we're comparing our wages and salaries with other counties and across the board, I don't remember this being really included in, but usually it's just a hourly rate that we're comparing.
Mhm.
So I think that's what our question was, and now we found we can't remove
Yeah.
ourselves from it, is would we have been better off to, even if you would have taken that premium that we were paying and it would have been put into the wage, it'd have been a better, because those people can use it right now if they're not going to stay.
Yeah.
But how do they have, long do they have to be there before they're vested and can draw?
15.
15 years. Well, I'd say there's probably relatively few of the.
Really about 50-50 in terms of people that are looking towards retirement and really appreciate this versus, you know, a younger group that's more wage oriented. I'd say we're kind of split right down the middle.
All I could find is there are 116 local employers that are in KPNF, but that's not number.
Yeah.
Is that
I
right?
couldn't tell you exactly what counties do what. I'm pretty certain Leavenworth County offers KPNF for their EMS, but that's the only one I could
Yeah.
say with any
I was just-
certainty.
just
But
curious.
it's little research, we can
Yeah.
do that, no problem.
Awesome. Thank you for coming, Corey. Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right.
Okay.
Got Susan
good morning.
Carrigan, County Clerk, Northeast Kansas Area Agency on Aging Board Director vacancy letter.
Yes, so Commissioner Knoll sent me kind of a template for the letter and I edited it up and just wanted to submit it for your approval before putting it out and find out where do you want it all published.
I also would maybe like to comment on it too. When we discussed this a week or so ago, Commissioner Campbell had talked about if possibly serving in this capacity. So I just wanted to say, if we wanted to forego advertising and he wanted to take this on, I think that would be appropriate.
Okay.
But it's,
I'd be glad to do it.
Okay, let's
Yep.
do it. So you want to make a motion?
okay, well, yeah. I
right.
really didn't know that it was gonna go that quickly. I mean,
That's settled.
So we need a motion. I'll make a motion that Jamie Campbell, Commissioner Campbell, take over my position at the Area Agency on Aging, and effective immediately at their next meeting. I'll send him the where to go.
Sure.
And
Yep.
with the meeting is always the first Thursday of the month
Okay.
in Hiawatha. 10 o'clock.
I'll second. It's moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 3-0. Commissioner Campbell is now our representative.
And I think we can adjust if you wanna, might give you more committees to be on, if you wanna give one up, we can do that. It's not just a couple months until January, when we have our organizational meeting and we can relook it.
Sure.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. I think your interest in project concern and this dovetails, and I got thinking, it's like, I don't know where we're gonna advertise it out, and you had expressed interest in it. I think this is a good marriage between your interest and a committee. So
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we have Pat Henderson, County Counselor, contract for abstracting services for taxing.
I got that back from Keith Wilson. It's the same contract we used last year, the same terms.
Okay.
I think we have a few more parcels actually this year than we had last, but did you happen to print that out with their signature on it? Did you happen to print the contract? I could print it.
Which contract are we talking about, sorry?
Abstracting.
Mm-mm.
It is, other than changing the date. It is identical to what we've done in the past.
Okay. All right, so I would look for a motion to approve the contract for abstracting services and anticipation of the judicial tax sale proceedings as presented by our county counselor. Do I have a motion to approve?
So second.
And this allows the chair to sign as well. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0. Okay. All right. Next, commissioners, if anybody had any feedback on the NRP discussion, I can just share mine. I received a couple phone calls and met with a couple people that really they just were misinformed. Like when they heard the county opt out, they felt like, do you think this is going to solve your budget crisis? And I'm like, absolutely not. The budget crisis is a completely separate issue in my opinion. But also that they didn't realize that we're still open-minded to a neighborhood revitalization, but the wide open county from one end to the other without, some of the parameters, which in reading the rules and the original Senate bill, it's really easy to understand why it doesn't work for the countywide the way we have it. And I think it was interesting because reading some of the rules and then looking at the list, some of the prohibited, excluded projects are being rebated. So it's like it's time for us to take another look at that. And again, I did have a gentleman that had a project within the city of Atchison kind of planned, that had reached out and said, oh, now I can't, do this. And I was like, absolutely, come and show us your project, because his explanation of like taking a trailer park, right, and cleaning it up and putting, new things is like, that's a neighborhood. That's a revitalization. Come visit with us. So he gave the thumbs up and he just didn't understand. So that was my experience. Everybody seems to be on board and understanding the justification of where we're at. And, so it made me feel a lot better, and learning some of the history, reading the Senate bill myself, and finding out how maybe some of the conversations 20 years ago went, maybe weren't completely out of line from where our heads are at today. So I think that made me feel good too. So anyway, just wanted to bring that just up, because we don't get to see each other for a week. And when you do something like that, like I get a lot of phone calls and people concerned. And so when you meet with them and have a face-to-face and, talk about the information, then they understand where our heads are at. So that's all I got.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to share any more.
Yeah, I've had phone call and a couple of in-person meetings with folks here in town that are proponents of the program. And I basically gave them my personal thought, which I think we're all in lockstep on, which is we're not apples to apples exactly with the other two main entities in this in this program. And so we, like any other budget, whether it's your home or your personal business, you have to take a look at it from time to time and reassess. So the NRP, it's a promotional program. We are promoting Atchison, and we are giving a tax break for folks to come in, or folks here to rebuild or to add on or remodel. So it's a promotion that has to fit. It has to fit the county. And if the other entities feel that it's a good fit for them, that's good. They can stay where they are. But we have, after looking at it, have realized that no, it's not, as it's in place now, is not a good fit for us. So we just need to adjust that. And it's going to take a little bit of time for us to figure out how to adjust it so that we give the benefit, but that we're not giving too much, that we don't feel like we're giving too much. And no, to your point, it is not going to fix the budget.
No.
But this is what I told one of the folks that I spoke to in person, is that if you're working on a budget and you're trying to figure it out, your short-term fixes aren't the answer, solely the answer. There has to be long-term fixes built in. Okay, so everything is on the table. You look at everything. And I think if we went to the taxpayers, they would agree. Yeah, it's not just about what can you do today. It's looking forward. What can you do to fix the problem? So that's
Yeah.
And I don't have any doubt that we're doing the right thing.
I agree.
I agree. I think it's part of the bigger problem of the narrowing of the tax base, because we're talking about, expanding, maybe doing a sales tax to catch individuals who may not be paying taxes currently if they don't own property, or et cetera, et cetera. It kind of perplexes me that the legislator removed the watercraft and boats and things from the taxation, because again, they don't like the county spending so much in ad valorem taxes, but yet it keeps our tax base gets narrower and narrower. Here we're all of this property that's being abated or refunded. They might look and feel good, but yet we've got a lot of properties that shouldn't really qualify, because as a neighborhood revitalization, it's not qualifying. And you get to the point where you're then rebating $500,000 or more. Well, that's putting the squeeze on those that are paying the taxes. So again, everything is narrowed down, and we have to take a look at it and maybe put a cap on it. Look at what's going to qualify. And I think there will be some form in the next, I don't know how long it will take to kind of go over that program and decide what the commission wants to do, but I think there will be a program. It just needs to be rethought.
Okay, awesome. Unfinished business, we have notices and communications. Our budget hearing is going to be held on Sunday, September 21st at 10:15 a.m. in the commission room. And before anyone I need to explain why that date and time are chosen, because the commissioners wouldn't choose a Sunday during, any time that it's based on statutory guidelines. So our budget hearing has to be published in a local publication, which is the Atchison Daily Globe, 10 days prior to the budget hearing. So their publication will be on September 11th, which is this Thursday. So fast forward 10 days and you hit Sunday, September 21st. So that date is chosen, that then on the back end allows us to stay in compliance, that it has to be 10 10 days prior to October 1st. So 9/21 is the date, and we just hope that you can join us. If not, it'll be available, to find out where the commission ended up with their budget, on Sunday, September 21st. So just wanted to explain that. And then no resolution, so we have an executive session, HR Finance Commissioners. Is 45 minutes enough,
What do you?
or should we do an hour?
It is budget, so
Probably an hour.
maybe an hour.
Let's do an hour.
Hour?
Would you also mention that you all will be attending the meet and greet under notices and communication?
Remind me what meet and greet.
The,
Patterson.
yeah,
Oh, the Patterson Foundation
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
so the Atchison Community Foundation has invited us to meet the Patterson Foundation folks, and so we will attend that.
you all three may be there at the same time.
Yes. And I put it in my calendar. It's at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, September 24th.
Where?
Atchison Chamber of Commerce Building.
I need to put that.
Are they in with the Historical Society there at Depot?
The chamber?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought for some reason that somebody said they were not there anymore.
Oh, they're still there. Okay, awesome. So executive session.
I'll move that the Board of County Commissioners recess into executive session at 10:32 a.m. to discuss personal matters of non-elected personnel as allowed by K.S.A. 75-4319B1, and that the purpose of the closed session is to protect the privacy rights of the employee, and the board come out of executive session in 1 hour in the commission room of the courthouse basement, and those present will be 3 commissioners, finance director, and HR.
Well, second, it's moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Bye.
Aye. Passes 3-0. Okay.
Make a motion to go back into or extend our previous executive session by 30 minutes.
I'll second. It's moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0.
I mean, for
Yeah. Okay. Yep, we are back in open session, and going to extend.
Yeah, I make a motion we extend for another half hour. Same parameters, same conditions.
Second, moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 3-0.
Grab my sandwich.
30 minutes.
Yes. Are you okay if I ask for one with Road and Bridge?
Oh. Maybe didn't realize where you were.
That's okay. Okay, so we are back in open session. I don't know where he put the wording.
Extending.
No, we're going into a new non-elected executive session for 30 minutes.
Okay.
I'm trying to find. Okay. All right, so I would move that the Board of County Commissioners recess into executive session at, I'm gonna give a 4-minute buffer for bathroom, so 12:45 p.m. To discuss personnel matters of non-elected personnel as allowed by K.S.A. 75-4319B1, and that the purpose of the closed session is to protect the privacy rights of the employee. And the board come out of the executive session at 1:15. And in the commission room courthouse basement, those present will be the commissioners, HR director, finance director, and road and bridge superintendent. Do I have a So I made a motion.
I'll
You
second.
second, moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye passes 2-0.
How long?
30 minutes.
And no one else. But, you know,
Yeah.
when that's happening.
You know that that's worse for you than they. something.
It would have killed me already.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cause you said 12:45, right? No, you said.
I did the motion while you were in the bathroom. So we're good.
Oh,
12:45.
okay, that's what I thought. It's like pieces were moving here and I didn't know anything was going on. Executive session, Val.
Yeah, I said it.
Hmm?
I already did the motion.
I know, but it was how
Oh,
long?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yes.
Is this at the? This is their Wichita.
I'd say that'd be about right.
Okay. All right, we're back in open session. And
I'll move that the Board of County Commissioners recess into executive session at 1:15 PM to discuss personnel matters of non-elected personnel as allowed by KSA 75-4319B1. And that the purpose of the closed session is to protect the privacy rights of the employee. The board come out of executive session in 30 minutes in the commission room of the courthouse basement, and those present will be 3 commissioners, finance director, HR, and Corey Scott.
second, it's moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 2-0. All right, we're back in open session. I'm looking at you. Do you need a recap? How long?
Well, I mean, I have some things written down, but I think it's just for you guys to discuss on whether you're in favor of them.
Okay.
And how that's gonna get executed. So, I guess 30 minutes.
Well, so the only thing is, I mean,
I offered going back this week.
well, no,
We
I'm
could
just
stay
saying,
today.
do we need to summarize before then we? Yeah. We probably need to summarize what we've learned. Okay, how long?
Guess 30 minutes.
Okay. Just finance HR commission.
I'll move that the Board of County Commissioners recess into executive session at 1:47 PM. To discuss personnel matters of non-elected personnel as allowed by KSA 75-4319B1. And that the purpose of the closed session is to protect the privacy rights of the employee. The board come out of executive session in 30 minutes in the commission room of the courthouse basement, and those present will be 3 commissioners, HR and finance director.
Second, it's moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 3-0. All right, we are back in open session. No other need for executive sessions. So with that, I'd look for a motion to adjourn into budget workshop with the finance director.
So moved.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 3-0.